Oh, baby. Hey, remember that nice, PR video I did for week 0? Not anymore. I ain't got time for that shit. So it's, we're gonna do a little update PRs for week 3 of UPBA. Just gonna start on the little rankings table here. If you wanna, I don't even know, reference how, I don't fucking know, dude. What I did in the first video to see oh, how are people doing compared to how they were ranked. You know, you can do that. I have an update table that I'll probably put at the end or something, so that way everyone sees where they are, where they expect to be, and all that. So just a quick overview. We have only 3 undefeated teams in the first 3 weeks. I don't know. That's not super uncommon. I would say. I'd say that's almost preferred. It means the standings aren't super top heavy, and even in the top 12. I'm assuming top 12 make playoffs based on these colorings. We even have some 1 and 2 teams, so it means that, we're still at the point of the season where an 0 and 3 team is theoretically 2 wins from being top 12 pretty easily, depending on who plays each other and all that. You know, if a lot of the 1 and 2 teams happen to be playing each other, then they're guaranteed to be 2 and 2 teams, whatever. So you can see that Lars is at the top, 3-0 plus 14 to go in ham. Galadite, Calgary Flamethrowers, 3-0 plus 13. Then Q and the Chicago Dragapults also 3-0. So very good showings for them so far. Also, there's 800 million battles. So just think about this. There's 60 battles on this page that happened, and I've watched 8 of them. So you know, I'm gonna do my best. But just showing the little bottom. We got mid idiot blaster in last, 0-3 minus 12 deserved. We have the Motostoke Moltres, which hold on, I need to pull up the thing. So I don't have coach teams memorized relative to their coach name. Does that make sense? So Motostoke Moltres is in fact West, which is fine. And then JB 0-3 at the bottom. So tough starts for these 3, based on how they did week 1. Mid theoretically is a surprising 0-3, because he was in top. I don't even know. Top 5, top 6. Motostoke was also right around the middle. JB as well. What the fuck? Get this out of here. Windows. You think I'm touching this video post editing? I'll put a couple minutes into it. So a little bit surprising. All these were top-ish half teams for the most part. So you know I don't know. They definitely have the chance to bounce back, whether it's been hacks or bad matchups or memeing like a douchebag. You know, anything could happen. A couple of major things is we have our top 2 teams, the Cleveland Indies and Chicago Strength Stat, both at 1 and 2 right now. Struggling starts for them, whether it's adjusting the Wi-Fi, misplays, hacks, any combination of the 2. Anything can really happen in League. Obviously power rankings aren't sports where it's oh, you got fucking Tom Brady, welcome to the top half by default. One mon, as good as it is, Dragapult isn't going to carry you. So we'll just see how it goes. So we're just going to go, I'll basically say where teams have changed basically, as I list them, and any notes I have. So first off, in last place, which is the sketchiest one yet, and there's 6 asterisks by this, is going to be the Munchlaxter United, and coached by Killaboom, aka Danny. So Danny replaced week 3, and took over this team at 0-2 minus 7 or something like that. I can actually see records, and then won his only game that he's played so far. So he doesn't at all deserve to be he won 3-0, so he inherited a 6-0 loss and an 0-2 loss, and then just came back and beat a 2-0 team at the time, 3-0. So he's definitely not in last place. The only problem is that this is only a 1 spot drop from where he was, and the one team below him is 2-1. So even though he showed he can use his team, it's just I didn't like this team to begin with. So but he did also make a bunch of changes to it for week 4. So that's the other huge issue. So if he gets his trades in for week 4, comes in and just blasts his next opponent and goes 2-2, like he's gonna be top half. Like I'm already saying it. But I'll probably not do another weekly one because, like I said, like if when you do it weekly, you just end up saying this team lost, they move down. This team won, they move up. This team's 2-2, they're in the middle. This team's 4-0, they're at the top. I mean, it's still happening here, but not all the 3-0 teams are like 1, 2, and 3, right? Had I been like that's the kind of thing. Had I been doing it like week by week, like they would have what like a team in like 8th would have won 1-0, and I would have been, oh, I gotta move them up to 6th, and then they would have gone 2-0, and I would have moved them up to like 4th, and then they would go 3-0, and then I'll move them up to 2nd or 1st, and then it's just like there they are. But now I can take a 3-0 team, you know, that started in like 12th and be like, I'll put them in 5th because I can, basically. So I'm not going to go over his trades yet, obviously, but I mean, Danny obviously showed like a very good start. I don't remember how that battle went, but I just know he kind of like, I already forgot what happened. But like, I think he used his bulk well and just kind of went from there. So like, it's like this is like I had to put somebody in last, and like because like most of the bottom teams had actually done decently well, I think like the worst bottom team was, I mean, besides this one and 2, I don't think there were any other like bottom like 5 that went. Maybe I can look at this. Yeah, out of the bottom like 16 through 20, only one team went 1 and 2. So like I have to move up 2 and 1 teams. Like that's 2 wins. It doesn't really matter if like you can't be 14th at 2 and 1 unless like you really like something was bad. So whatever. Sorry, Danny, but like I've told Faith that he can do well. It's just like this place had to go to somebody. That's basically how it goes. So and yeah, whatever. He inherited a bad diff, so it's like it's, you know, he's got to overcome that. So even if he is gonna start winning battles, like he's already at just a big disadvantage. So in 19th is the Motostoke Moltres, coached by Wes, as it turns out. So yeah, Wes was in 11th to start. And I did drop him all the way to 19th. The 0-3 start is just really hard to overcome, especially when there are no other 0-3 teams that were power ranked below him. So like I can't really justify too much like levity on the situation. Despite this team, like I look at it, I'm like, oh, Zapdos, Heatran, Como, like that's like annoying. That's really annoying to prep for. Like Fairy Flying covered by these, like Ground covered by Zapdos, like Water covered by Como. It's just like Rock covered by Como, like Fighting covered by Zapdos. I don't know, just like this like pair is like really good. The only issue is like speed, and like these are like bulky and offensive mons. Like they're all just like, they're all legendaries or pseudo legendaries with Como. Like so they all have like really good stats, but like they're also not just like, oh, I'm running Banded Como and tearing through my opponents, or like you can run like Specs Heatran or Scarp Heatran, but like still it's kind of weird. And then like last year, like your speed, I think, God, like that's still a huge issue with this team. And I know in one of his battles he basically got stalled out by Aromatisse, which is like totally seeable because like Tentacruel probably didn't come. It's kind of a hard mon to bring. And other than that, it's like besides like a really strong physically defensive Glastrier or Heatran, like he has one mon to handle fairies, and like yeah, like a special defense fairy is just gonna. Like, this team has like really big breaking problems. I don't know, like if I like noted that in my original like scoring of the team. Let's see, Motostoke Moltres. I gave him an 8 on offense, and I feel like I shouldn't have. I don't know. So like just like seeing that, you know, losses to 3 of the top teams in terms of record. So it's not like, you know, like these teams are winning other games. It's not like he's their only win. So like Charlotte is 2-1, Dallas also 2-1, I believe, and then Atlanta Braviaries 2-1. So like it's just rough. -10 isn't like horrible. This 5-0 to I don't know, to Talon could have been better if he was like 0-3 minus like 8 or something, -7, like that's so much more manageable. So the -10 is gonna be hard to overcome. It's just a rough spot to be in. I don't believe he's made any trades. I like totally skipped any week 4 trades. There weren't a lot of trades made by any coaches weeks 1 through 3. There were just a few. I think one person, like the max was like adding or changing like 3 mods. Like So like, there's been a couple big week 4, week 5 changes that are gonna come, but obviously I'm not gonna cover those yet. That's why I'm on like the fan site, which is just up to week 3, which is convenient. So yeah, it's a rough start for West. Definitely like comebackable, but this like, especially in hindsight and then seeing how this team is performing, despite me putting it in 11th to start, it probably like could have even started lower. So hey, that's how it goes. So whatever. Next up in 18th now is Mid and the Kentucky Tory Cats. Fuck this guy, am I right? Who's gonna meme week 2 and get like 5-0'd in the process, like, or 6-0'd in the process in a meme match? You're getting 6-0'd in meme matches. Ooh, my brother played. Ooh, fuck you. What a joke. Minus 12 too. So like, I don't know. It's a 13 spot drop from 5th, wherever the hell I had him. But like, week 1, 0-2 loss. It's like, that's fine, right? Like, I'm not gonna whatever. Meme match is just like, I can't like even count this, but now you're 0-6, so I can't even justify like, oh, like it was just a bad lead and you got, oh fuck, I clicked on something. No. It's not real, you didn't see this. But like, whatever, so I can't even count this, so all I'm counting is your record. I'm not counting your play in this match, so now you're 0-3 minus a million. And then I watched the battle with against Shay, who streamed it. It was a really good battle on Shay's part, and he defogged on a Galar Zapdos and just got obliterated. Like, never had a chance the whole battle. So like, I don't really know. Like, it's just like a decent match. I can't count it, but you went 0-6 and then a blowout. So it's like, something's got to change, right? I mean, are you like, if he's not taking the league super seriously, then I can power rank him low because it means he's not playing as good as he can, right? If he's just getting obliterated, then either he's bad at using his team or something needs to change. So it's a lot going on. I mean, obviously, like, me and Mid are friends. I get to roast him for free. I'm not gonna like roast like, fucking like Salty or someone who I don't really know. Besides like in the first PRs, even when I roasted him, but like not to this degree where I'm like calling him an idiot. But I mean, like, it's Mid. Like, he could easily just like win like his next 3 battles and be in the top half again, and then I have to like reluctantly power rank him back above. But for now, I don't know. You have Dragapult, bannable mon, best mon in the meta, whatever. It should be winning. 0-3. I mean, he's gotten like 6 kills total. Why isn't Incineroar your kill leader, Mid? What are you doing? I haven't even looked at the other teams. Okay, whatever. 17th, another fun coach. It's Troglaholic and the Troglodytes New York Campers. I like broke my brain there trying to make jokes. I'm not funny. Shifty Single, the other bannable good mon. Hey, weird. What are you guys doing down here? Shouldn't you be winning matches? He's 1-2 minus 4. It's only a 2-point drop from 15th anyways, because I didn't like his team that much to start with. It's like a team. I don't know how to describe this team. It's a team where it's like, if you don't have the right weapons for it, you're gonna get obliterated. But like Urshifu Single, like, people are like drafting whatever checks they can to it. So like, every match you're gonna have to be like, well, I need to be like supporting Urshifu Single, taking out Urshifu Single. Christ, I have to take out like the mons that are blocking it with like, the fairy types, and then you have like Corviknight and Slowking Galar, which are 2 very good mons, but neither are offensive to handle fairy types. So like, the defensive fairy types, like a defensive grass type, like, this team hates defensive grass types, right? Not real. Shuckle, like Thwackey, nope. Tauros kind of can break. Druddigon, not really. Can take hits. Chandelure is like your only thing. Swampert hates them. Regieleki, that forces a ground type. You do have 2 water types to like punish the ground types, but like, you really have like Slowking Galar, sort of Corviknight, but like I said, like these are your passive mons anyway. So if they're getting whittled down, if your opponent has, a good bulky Psychic type to switch into Corviknight and Slowking Galar, and then pivot out on, or the Psychic type gets Dazzling Gleam coverage, Urshifu can't come in. So I don't know. There's just weird holes in this team that like the team is like super matchup dependent. Like, I basically expect Trog to like be close to winning most battles, or it's a blowout, which is like, those are the 3 options battles can have anyway. So I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But he got obliterated by Lars week 1 with like Hazard stack. His battle against the Alidite was like pretty close, and I don't know if we ever calculated the damage to like Piloswine, but Piloswine lived a Hyper Beam on like 2, and I don't know if it actually changed the outcome, but like, this was a winnable battle for the most part. This one, I don't know what happened. He didn't have removal, I guess. And then he won week 3 to like bring it back a little bit. So like, I think week 3 proved like that like he can win matchups if he brings the right teams. So he's just gotta take that momentum. You know, obviously, like I feel like losing two and then winning one is probably like the best outcome than like, you know, win loss loss or loss win loss, because you're keeping that momentum. Like if your most recent battle is a win and you can do stuff, I don't fucking know, dude. At least that your Shifu's looking, getting his kills, which is pretty expected. Regieleki 0-1. All right, next up is in 16th is gonna be Jesse in the Ann Arbor Excelgors. 1 and 2 -3. This is a drop of only 3 places. Like, you know, 1 and 2 record isn't terrible. I'm not gonna slaughter you for it. But what I am gonna do is have 0 notes on anything that happened to this man. I don't know if he posted. Okay. Wait, hold on. This is the problem. Is his only win is the meme match against Mid with fucking idiot. Ooh, hey God, hey. Oh, your name is Jesse. My name's Jesse too. Let's spit in the face of everything that we're trying to do here. Cool. Oh, yo, it's a Jesse meme match, but your brother plays, or was it even Jesse v Jesse? Weird. Idiot. So here's the problem with this: is his real games were blowouts from Galadite and Charlotte Chandelors. I mean, like I said, top teams. I think someone else played both these teams so far, so like, who knows? But when your only win's a blowout, like, I definitely can't give you spaces. So like theoretically, he could be 0-3, and then Mid could be 1-2, right? Like, had they played this match for real, who the fuck knows what would have happened? Why is there a cat crinkling stuff? Oh, it's my dog rolling around in his bed. He's cute, and I forgive him. Okay. I don't know what like. The team was okay to begin with. He was in 13th. Played 2 good teams and lost. One of them match, possibly a gift. And now I can't even trust, because Blaziken got, like, I guess all 6 kills in that match against Mid. So, like, all the rest of his kills are nothing, right? Latios and Rillaboom have a kill. So I don't really know what Jesse's doing. Like, it's not, I have no insight into this band right now, because he did a meme battle, right? I'm hung up on that. I'm going to scream about it for the rest of my life. So I don't know. 1 and 2, like I said, not bad. He's basically differential out of being top half of the league in standing. So definitely doable. I don't know if he needs to make trades. I don't know if he has made trades, but can bounce back maybe. Who knows? It's useless. Next up in 15th is JB Westside and Las Vegas Center Races. Okay, an 0-3 team. Not quite as bad. He's the best 0-3 team since the others are -10 and -12. So here he is, still in 15th. It's still a 7.7 spot drop from 8th. Top half team. I liked it. Notable trades actually was that he dropped Mungus and Scrafty and Golisopod, I believe, for Scolipede, Pangoro, and Wartortle, which I don't hate at all. Actually, well, Wartortle kind of makes no sense because you have Slowbro here. It is removal. I think I roasted this man's removal, so like Wartortle is an extra spinner with like alongside Moltres and that's it. Oh, and Avalugg. Has Avalugg come to a battle? 1-1. Weird. So like that's that's gonna happen to you. Hey Moltres, have you come every week? Nope, 2 weeks, 2-2. That's okay. But removal is gonna be an issue for the team. I don't know. I mean, 0-3. Like what can I say? I didn't like. I couldn't really catch. He got like slaughtered by somebody, I believe. In one of the things. I don't remember whose replay I watched. I mean, 0-1 lost to the Atlanta Braviaries is like close. That was probably a winnable battle. I don't know if there was Hackstret not involved. But Dutch Dupire in Los Angeles as Aegislash. Hey, computer, wake up, please. Aegislash are 2-1, so that's fine. And then Dutch Dupiter are also 2-1. So he's just lost all the 2-1 teams, I guess. I mean, most teams are 2-1. So like they're teams that are performing well. So I don't know if it's my brain. I don't know if it's like a using the team thing, a Gen 8 Wi-Fi thing, hacks thing. But like I said, like people know where they stand better than I do, so adjustments can be made. And I can even I guess look forward and be like, well, you play Aqua next week, who's also struggling, and then you play Gray, who's also struggling. So it's like, maybe you just happen to, maybe these teams will all finish like, I don't know how many weeks are in this freaking league, like 8-3 or something. Like these are all like, maybe these will end up being the top teams, and then I was like, you lost to them, and then you just go on a big old winning streak playing all these jokes. Just kidding. I don't know. Like it's all hypothetical still. And I'll just keep going here. So in next place, 14th, up 6 points. It's our first jump. All these teams have been doing bad so far. Is Salty and the Vancouver Lycanux. So I will say week 1 was like theoretically like hacks against Aqua because I think Tyrantrum dodged a Toxic, and then it lived like 2 extra turns because of it or something, and then also like there was like a Stone Edge miss involved. I heard a lot about that battle. So it's like, but also like, it was a good start, a good lead, and I know Salty played well enough to be in the position to win anyways. And then got 6-0'd immediately by the Los Angeles Aegislash next week, and then beat Gray, who I don't remember specifically what happened, but Gray's bad. Like he played like Trog, who, hey, look who's playing him next. So this Salty may end up going 3-1. But I mean it's fine. The 6-0 was rough. I think what happened was this team has no synergy, and Gold just ran him over. I didn't really like see what happened, or was okay. I think Gold said in the in like the battle summary that there was like way too many special attackers, and he has like Blissey. So I mean, which is totally true. This team has like Tyrantrum is like the linchpin of this team still. Like it's only like physical attacker outside of Dewblade and Scuda. I mean, Volcanion is 110 physical attack. It's not running physical moves. So like, yeah, if you're relying on like Scuda and Tyrantrum and shit to like be your physical offense, like those are very matchup dependent Pokemon. Whereas like Tornadus gets enough coverage where it can come every week, and Lele, as long as you have things to break like Steels and bulky Psychics, which this team like doesn't have because it doesn't have a Dark type. It's rough. So like the team still sucks. So despite going 2-1, he's only in 14th up from last. But like I can't ignore 2-1 at the same time. Has he lost in another battle? Had he been 1-2, I probably just left him in last. Not even joking. Like I hate this team. But I don't know if he's made trades yet. So we'll see what goes on from here. So whatever. Next up in 13th. You think this is a good video? It's not. Next up in 13th is the BBR Season 3 champion, Jack Killmonger. I forgot his last name, even though I know it. Starts with a W, I think. Woodstock? Jack Woodstock? Is that your name? So Jack's an idiot, and he's bad at the game, is basically what this comes down to. So he did get a week 1 6-0 against Portland Timbers at the time, who is now Danny in Munchlaxter United, and then he proceeded to get just shot off the face of the earth by Gastrodon against Lars, who is just running the league, and then he played like garbage against Salty apparently, and still lost 2-0. So like I don't know what happened. I'm looking at his team and I'm like Gastro. Yeah, dude, maybe get like a grass type. Have you considered that? Oh, it's Lurantis. Your Raikou killer week 1 greatest Mon 1-0, and you lost to Gastrodon? Fucking, this guy should be in last place. I don't know. Grizz adjusting to his team, I think. And I don't remember what he doesn't like about his team. It's probably another like not offensive enough issue. That it's weird because I'm like, oh, Grizz team is pretty bulky, and then a Gastrodon is just Oko and shit. Like, what are you doing? But I don't know. I mean, he can come back. I don't know if he's trying to make trades. I help him build. I help Trog build. And that's the only two I really help build. So I have the most insight into their battles for the most part because front office shenanigans. But Gray needs to like get his act together and stop making me miss Toxic. I've literally Gray won the PBR, and then like I've seen like 3 different coaches just mix Toxics, and I've missed 2 of them. I think which doesn't even make sense. But I missed like a ton of Toxics. Like I think I'm like 0-2 for hitting Toxics or something since Gray won BBR, and then I've seen like 2 other people also miss them. So stop it. No, bad man. And 12th is Talon. Wait, what? JV, get out of here, dude. What are you even doing? What have I done? Hold on. Nope. Great. Hold on. I gotta fix this. I wish. Hold on. Hey, it turns out there's 2 teams with Atlanta on them, and I clicked Atlanta twice. Ignore everything you saw there, and I don't care, even if you did. So this is Talon and not Scythe. He doesn't go by Scythe. I don't even know who that is. Nerd. I'm just kidding. It doesn't make sense. But like, yeah, this is definitely Talon, and I definitely knew that the whole time. So Talon up. Did I even say what Jack's move was? Jack went from 9th to 13th. He lost 4 spots. Talon moves up 6 spots from 18th. I hated this team. I was like, the synergy. The synergy. You have Indeedee, and you have like a Shadow Sneaking Aegislash. You have like maybe Sucker Punch and Nidoking sometimes. You have. I mean that's it, but like those like that Shadow Sneak's super important. But hey, he goes 2-1 +3 with Hawlucha winning battles because it's freaking Hawlucha and it's good. And if you think it's bad, you're just lying. So he obliterated West week 1, just sneaked out a win against JB week 2, and then proceeded to get beaten by the new coach week 3. So like I don't know if that's like if that's Danny's like coming in full force. I don't know if Jay's like this progression where it's like, hey, I won with Lucha, and then it was like, hey, I barely won, and I was like, oh god. So like maybe it was just he's a very matchup dependent coach. I don't really know, but it's still a good start. I mean like Terrain Lucha is just gonna do stuff. Who did he play? I think I know he played mid week 4, and I actually do know how that battle went. And I was actually like mad hearing about how it went. So I'm not gonna which, that doesn't mean anything. But I was just like, what are you doing? But to both coaches, honestly. But I don't know. The team seems fine. I mean, he's using his terrain. Aegislash is 2-2, which isn't like horrendous. I mean, he's just spreading out the kills. These 4, like, okay, so like you're 3 weeks in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your mons have not come once, right? Like that can't be right? You're just bringing your first 2 and then your next 3, and he must have made trades, right? No, he must have, right? Because these numbers don't add up, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have to have brought 18 mons. So he dropped something and I missed it, I guess. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Do I like... Oh, well, he can't... He must have, because Scrafty was a drop by another coach. So I don't know where he got Scrafty from. Let me look that up real quick. You know what? We're doing it live. I could pause, like, the video. Please. I could pause, like, the video. And I've already done that once in here. Who is this? This is Talon. Where in the fuck did you make trades, dude? These trades were made today. Hey, website. I'm on the fan site. These trades were made today. Although his trades are like way better, I think. Does he have a fairy type? Mr. Mime Galar? No, that's not a fairy type. You don't have a fairy type anymore, buddy. Okay, it's not looking good for Talon. I don't know what he's doing. Hey, those are later trades. Hey, I've been looking at this wrong the whole time because apparently trades update on this, even though the standings, the weekly standings. I guess it makes sense. Like I'm not like, oh, this website's bad. I just like didn't know that. Hey, next up is Shadow Stitch and the Charlotte Chandelures up 6 spots, also 2-1. So like literally like Shadow and Talon were 1 away from each other, and then they both went like 2-1, and then Shadow has 1 more diff, so I just put them right next to each other again, which is fine. So Shadow just doing a good start. 4-0'd Ann Arbor. Lost to JV, who's obviously one of the top coaches so far, and then beat Motostoke. So like beating up on like the quote unquote bottom teams right now, which is hey, like you need to be the bottom teams to be in the middle. So like this is fine. Obviously, he's in 11th. He's right in the middle. I don't have any notes for this, other than good job. I don't want to give Shadow like 30 seconds of a thing after doing nothing. But Aromatisse, Jesus Christ, my dog, dude. Alright, imagine even knowing what I was talking about. Aromatisse did stall that 1 battle and went 2-0. And otherwise, Weavile and Victini are picking up kills. I mean, that's what you would expect. And Slowking obviously came to one of the wins. I don't know. Not seeing anything too like crazy here. Not bringing bottom 3, very like common things so far. I don't know if these were trades. I don't think they were. Haven't even brought Torn yet. No, Torn was definitely a trade, right? It had to be. Shadow. No, don't know. Couldn't tell you. All right, whatever. Fuck it. I ain't trying to take too long here. So next up in 10th is Lieutenant Gold in the Los Angeles. Jesus slash. Just being an idiot. So he is up 4 spots from 14th, which is, you know, it's all jump. Another 2-1 team. Lots of 2-1 teams in a row now. I think he's the 3rd. So the only trade I remember that actually happened was he traded Flygon for Alolan Raichu to get some extra synergy with Coco. And he does have Mence and no ground type. No, he's Mence and Seismitoad. So yeah, I don't know if Flygon is doing on this team or if he's made other trades that I'm not paying attention to. But right now, Coco is obviously doing a lot of the work for this man. 6-1, very good record. Blissey 2-0, the Fat Blob. They probably got 2 of those kills in the same battle. But sometimes you just don't have an answer for Blissey. The little backdoor Hail Core. You know, it's come twice and it's 3-2 overall. I can't really argue that. So he's using his team pretty well, definitely taking advantage of his synergies. And it was just a close loss to JV, who's one of one of the top teams. AKA I power ranked him high and he's doing okay. And then 6-0 Vancouver, not even close. And then a safe-ish, I think, 3-0 win against Las Vegas. So Gold's doing very well with his team. We'll see if he's able to keep it up. I don't know if he's made more trades, but I think Raichu was pretty solid pickup because he gained a psychic type, which can be nice for like breaking like poisons or something that like Coco and Mence, I don't know, could potentially struggle with. That's something. It's a solid team. Above him in 9th place is Foxytor and the Dutch Dupiders, yet another 2-1 team. 2-1 plus 6. A lot of these 2-1 teams, and we have plus 3, plus 4, plus 8, plus 6. Like these are some great differentials to be working with. As opposed to like Salty is 2-1 minus 1. So, that could be a huge difference maker. Later on in the season, vying for good playoff spots, just getting into playoffs. So here's the Sand team. He was ranked pretty high. I think he was ranked 12th, so he's up 9th, up 3 spots. This was the other Sand team. There's 2 Sand teams. So I think part of his issue is Gigalith hasn't been doing much for him. I mean, it's 0-2. The rest, Ryun, Prim, Gengar doing well. Like he's definitely just using his top of his team right. Stoutland coming. Interesting that it's come twice already. Like it's a little bit nerfed this gen without return, obviously, but seems to be making it work. No Flareon, no Lantern, no Moltres Galar. That'll probably happen. Lantern's pretty decent. Moltres Galar kind of sucks, but like it has matchups, so we'll see if he's able to utilize the lower stuff on his team more in battles. Another 6-0, the top PR team. So that's pretty good showing. Beat JB week 1, and then of course faced Lars, the monster that can't be stopped week 3. So you can't even blame him. Like theoretically, like Fox could be like 3-0 as well if he just didn't play Lars, who's unbeatable. But he does have a matchup against a newcomer with a new team, Danny. So week 4, so we'll see if he's able to keep up his 2-1, or if he'll allow Munchlaxter to go even at 2-2, and kind of start this like the upcoming differential war where all the 5-5, 4-4, whatever, close to even or even teams are just fighting each other for good differential spots. So it's a good start for Foxtor as well. Above him in 8th place is going to be the aforementioned number 1 PR spot originally, the Cleveland Indeedis. So this was the team. I see Cleveland Indeedis, I'm like, he's got to have like psychic terrain. Then he doesn't. So this 1 and 2 minus 7, quite a struggle. Looking at his stats so far, like Lando and Kurum are kind of leading the team, and then everything else is just rough. I think Diancie as the fairy type, I found this in another league. Diancie as your only fairy is a nightmare. This team is really hates fighting types. You have Landorus, but fighting types can run ice coverage. Your psychic type doesn't resist. Noivern, another flying type, but like I said, it's like fighting ice just runs this team over, and then you would think like Quillfish is being forced to be broad, but I don't know if he's been playing like strong physical fighting types. But Diancie 0-2, I think that's a huge like symptom of how this team is performing. I don't know if there are 6 to 7 point fairies they could get, because he has 2 fairies and both of them are neutral to fighting, which sucks. Diancie just kind of is bad anyways. So I don't know if he can fix that. But it was just a rough spot. It was that 6-0 by Fox week 2. He did win his week 1 against let's see, Goki, who was 3rd overall. So the first PR spot did beat the 3rd PR spot overall, like week 1, but then Fox just blew him out, and then Aqua also blew him out with I think like Driftbloom and Guzzlord, which is like a really like weird pair to like give this team lots of issues. But I think like weirdly enough, Zarude is also like a linchpin. I like all the summaries I've seen. It's like, oh, Zarude was his check to this, but then the scarf got knocked off, and then it couldn't touch Rizion. Like it was just like stuff like that, where it was like, I think like Zarude and Diancie could use a workaround, and like Zarude does fit in like typing wise and speed wise, but it's just, Zarude sucks. So like that's just gonna happen to you. But I think he obviously proves he can win games, so we'll see if he can come back from these kind of big losses and do something. Because 1-2 -7 is insanely bad, considering there are let's see, the best 1-2 team is 1-2 -1, so that's 6 differential points to overcome in order to like be on the same spot as the other 1-2 teams. So it's gonna be rough. Let's see, above KJ he dropped 7 spots from 1st to 8th, obviously. So in 7th place is a big old boy jump. It's Galadite, and the Calgary Flamethrowers 3-0 up from, when I get him 16th. Get wrecked, idiot. Proved me wrong. It was all part of my plan. I needed to motivate him. Hey, what's Dracovic, right? The first round pick, like build the whole team around it. 0-1. What? Thunderous Incarnate 8-0. What is this man doing? what a like strange performance. Like obviously it's working very well, but like what you would look at this team, like I mean Thunderous, I guess no, these are ordered by tiers and not by when he picked them. But like I think it was like Dracovic Pharaoh was his round 1 like and 2. I don't remember. But Thunderous going ape shit. 8-0, you kidding me? Poltergeist 6-0 week 1. So like all 3 mods have all his kills, which is crazy. I mean, Pilot Toxic have a kill, but like Grim 2-1, Poltergeist 6-0, Thunderous 8-0. Like that's crazy. So it's obviously like using those mods well. Like the special setup, I guess, like Thunderous and Toxic Croak. I know like I don't remember specifically what happened, but I know Thunderous did put in quite a lot of work against Trog. Yeah, I don't know. Galadite going ham. I mean, he did 6-0 Shay with Poltergeist week 1, and Shay has bounced back and has won his next 2 games after that, so he's 2-1 right now. He like the game against Trog was like kind of close. That was like the pilot slide limiting on 1, and then he just kind of obliterated Jesse 5-0. So like I don't know. I mean it's working, right? Like even if the game against Trog was close, like it was fine. Like it was like winnable from Trog. It's not like he hexed him or anything. So I don't know. Galadite going ham. He's 3-0 in 7th. So obviously, like I thought his team was weird. He's making it work. But at the same time, I don't know. It's just like it's kind of self justification. When 2 mods have all his kills, that just kind of means like, did those mods have good matchups? Did his opponents like under prep for them? Like if he faces a team that Thunders can't do anything, it's like the rest of this team hasn't been doing anything. I don't know if it's because it hasn't needed to, or if it's because like he's just won his first 3 matchups with 2 mods, right? Like you never know. We'll see how it continues. He's playing Cleveland Needies week 4, so that'll be a big one. It's like the number 1 PR spot who's performing poorly, and then the number 14 or whatever 16. The other 16 PR spot performing well. So we'll see if the power rankings truly are just based on arbitrary numbers, which we do know that, but whatever. So above Galadite in 6 is going to be Chicago Strength Step and Aqua. So obviously the second ranked team. I dropped them 5 spots to 6, which isn't how math works. So that definitely should be 4, because KJ was the one who dropped 7 into 8th place. So whatever. I only dropped him 4. So here's what happened. I mean, I did mention that when he lost to Salty, when Aqua lost to Salty, Aqua missed a Stone Edge and also like missed a Toxic, and that put them back like quite a bit. and like Salty had a good lead, but like it was like I watched that battle and I was like, wow, he like no. No offense, to Salty. He literally played like it was like the OU ladder. He like led with his rocker. He just like left. He was leaving Mons in on attacks. Like he just like sacked Tangrowth to an overheat from Rotom Heat or whatever, and then just like Tracheon should have won from there, but then Tracheon missed a move and couldn't win from there. You know, so that, like, so for the first week, I was just like, I gave Aquarius the benefit of the doubt. Second week, Milwaukee with a setup Finny just went ape and obliterated Aqua, and they said they like misplayed, and I didn't like watch that battle or watch the full battle. I don't remember really what happened, but it was just Rocky Helmet, Calm Mind, Finny, and Aqua just wasn't able to break it, so that was bad. And then Aqua made a comeback against the number one PR team and got the 4-0 win. I believe Drifblim and Guzzlord did a lot of work in that battle. Drifblim no longer on the team, unfortunately. But it just did stuff. Guzzlord 0-1. Okay, like Guzzlord like chipped stuff down. It didn't get any kills. So if so far, it's basically just Tracheon on this team right now. Like Aqua's having a rough time with offense. Decent physical attackers with Tracheon Diggersby, but I think just still struggling to break. Especially teams that have a good like core. Like you can't always like if they have multiple answers to like your best two attackers, then there's not much you can do. Mew's been underwhelming. I don't know if it's Aqua using Mew incorrectly, if it's just been bad matchups, been unlucky, something. Diggersby's done nothing. So like, there's parts of this team that just aren't operating as they should. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Starmie is a new addition. It's still 100 base special attack. Xurkitree also a new addition, 173 base special attack. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize. I thought it was like 150. 173? Are you kidding me? That's out of control. So a little bit more special offense. Unfortunately, still, like, Xurkitree is a little bit easy to wall. I mean, it does get grass coverage for ground types and fairy coverage for dragon types, but still going to struggle against grass types. And this team in general doesn't like grass types. You have Rotom Heat. You have Talonflame. You have like 2 fire types. You have like Roselia down here and Guzzler down here. Like your potential helps with grass aren't gonna come to a ton of games. So I don't really know. But Aqua's got JB, who is obviously 0-3 struggling. So it's very much a chance to try to beat up a struggling team and go from there. Let's see if can Aqua do it. I don't know. But I'll probably help them on occasion, and by help I mean just like be like, yeah, that works, and then they lose. It's my fault. Whatever. That's a joke. So above Aqua in 5th is Goki Gamer in the Milwaukee Metacham. So this was Goki was 3rd in PRs and Aqua was 2nd, but then basically Goki has a better differential. So instead of 1 and 2 -4 like Aqua, Goki is 1 and 2 -1. So I dropped him 2 spots because it's a good team, good sand team. But obviously, like, things aren't working out perfectly, considering Goki's 1 and 2. So, top 3 teams, all 1 and 2. Not amazing for me in terms of, like, ranking PRs, but like I said, it's always up to the coach to do it. It's up to, like, Wi-Fi to, perform. But Tapu Fini with that big win over Aqua was very nice. Melmetal doing kind of like Melmetal and like usually like Mega Maw are pretty similar. They come in to like chunk a bunch of stuff and die. So like 3 and 3 kind of makes sense for it. And then not much else going on here. Hitmonchan with 2 kills, which is interesting. So basically like Finny was the big winner. And then I'm not seeing a ton of movements. Yeah, I don't know. But lost to the number 1 PR, beat the number 2 PR, so it kind of evens out. Big win against Aqua, helpful, and then did lose to Trog, who's bad. So like kind of it's like, oh, what do you? Something's wrong there. Obviously a joke. Like Trog is completely competent when he wants to be. Like season transactions. I think this was like post draft because I already went over this. I didn't know this tab was here either. So next up is going to be Borussia Donphan, the 3-0 powerhouse. So like it's Goki's in a rough spot. I'm going to have to really like perform. I think obviously the issue seems to be like Dragozolt hasn't come yet, and I was like, oh, it's a sand team. It's got synergy. Tyranitar's come once, so like I don't like Sand's not going to have amazing matchups, but like seems to be relying on Turtonator too much and not doing a lot with it. Turtonator and Subtile coming twice, while like Zolt hasn't come once, and like that's kind of crazy. So I don't know if it's been bad matchups or what, but that'll be something Goki probably has to look out for going forward. So in 4th place is Q and the Chicago Dragapults. That is a massive 6 spot jump. I don't know why I said massive. I was looking at the wrong number, actually. It's a 6 spot jump from 10th post-draft power rankings. So Q obviously performing quite well. 3-0 plus 10. I mean, you can't really complain about that. Zera with 4 kills, doing some nice work, and Comfy with 7, that's insanity. That what? I didn't even know that. Are you kidding me, dude? You got years 7 and 1 with Comfy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like Comfy's one of those mons where it's like I faced it a couple times and I absolutely hated it. It was like the mastermind behind the first time I got 6-0'd in my career after like 3.5 years of playing or whatever. That's an exaggeration of how much time, like 2.5 years. But like 7 and 1, like I don't want to use Comfy. I hate it. I had a draft and it came, I think, one battle all season, and maybe went 1 and 1. But like 7 and 1, what? But he's doing it. So like I don't know. I don't want to be like, it's just similar to Galadite where he's 8-0 with Thundy and 6-0 with Poltegeist, the worst, like simultaneously best and worst named mon. But like, you know, if you're able to stop Comfy, like, then you're fine. Like Mamo's 2 and 1, which I guess is fine. Manabuzz is 2 and 1, which is weird. So I don't know. Like obviously Zera's here, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's impressive, very, very much impressive. 6-0 JV, which is like absolutely insanity. JV was 2 and 1 at the time of this as well. Did beat Trexo's team, now owned by Danny, 2-0 and 2-0 against Mid. So like it's like 2 like decent wins, and then just went ape on JV. I don't know what happened here. I'm gonna have to like look and see why JV got 6-0'd by Comfy somehow. But hey, I mean, if you're able to use your freaking budget mon like this, like, you're going places. So it's impressive, very, very impressive. So in 3rd above Q is JV. Hey, look at that. JV does go up 4 spots from 7th. Top 7 out of 20 is pretty decent, and then going 2 and 1 is nice. The 6-0 for the -2 is like rough. But then I look and I go like, well, you got Toxtricity and like Klefki, so I'm assuming, I don't know if Klefki came to that battle, if it got chipped, and Toxtricity maybe it got stored powered before it could come in and was slower than Comfy. But yeah, I can see how Fairy Psychic got coverage on this team just went crazy. He must have like made trades. Okay, hold on. Let me do the math here. He got 6-0, so he should have 12 kills because he has 2 wins, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's traded some stuff, right? Let's go see here. Okay, so Sox Cavalier and Torn Eye all dropped. I don't even know when this happened. And I know he'd made this trade. Okay, so he made this trade. Torn or Sock or Scav must have had kills in one of his first 2 games, because like this doesn't make sense. So I like he does have like weird like pseudo rain now, so he has like polyed up with Dreadnought for rain. He lost his bug type in a Scavalier, kept Klefki, he's got another fairy here. I'm assuming like he lost a flying and a fighting type in this trade, and now he doesn't have a fighting type. He has like, yeah, and he already had Dragonite, so I guess that's okay. Dragonite does get Wing Beat, so I didn't really need Torn, especially not in rain. And Dreadnought has gone 3-0, so I can't really argue like those trades, I guess. But like Clefable, the Clef core, as we like to call, is a little bit weird. I know they don't share. Like Klefki is nice because it's neutral to steel and immune to poison, so like it can pair with another fairy well, especially since it's not very offensive. The Clef is also defensive. Like I feel like they're sharing roles, and Clef is going to do most of those roles better, unless it's specifically against like a poison type, and you can run a Calm Mind, store power of your own, and not have Comfy do it to you. So I don't know what JV's doing, but like he's got 2 wins, so I guess he's figuring it out. Who knows? But above JV in 2nd place is Shayquaza and the Dallas Stormies. He's 2-0 plus 0, which is great. Like I said, I did watch him play mid, and Zapdos Galar, it has died in all 3 battles, but 4 kills is nothing to ignore. Whimsicott doing like an interesting amount of work. And then, you know, Galardarm. Spectre is own too, but Spectre is like weird. Like Spectre, like, I don't know. I can't tell if I like it or not. It's apparently my like MVP or tie for MVP in a league. I have it with like Mega Medi, and obviously like Showdown, but I don't remember doing that much with it. I remember like winning with it like twice. So I don't know how it had like 16 kills. I'm like that doesn't add up. that math doesn't work. Yeah, so I 2-1 plus 0. Did get 6-0 by that Poltegeist, so it's gonna put him at like on the back foot to definitely start the season. So he's coming back nicely with wins over Motostoke, Moltres, and 4-0ing Mid, who is bad. So it's a comeback. I moved him up 4 spots. I moved JV up 4 spots. So he has a better diff than JV, and he was already like better than him. So I felt like that was fair to move him up. But 2-1, that's a nice start. Obviously, you prefer to be 3-0, but when you get 6-0 by Poltegeist, because all you have is Crawdont and Heliolisk. So yeah, that's like Sword Power Shadow Ball, just gonna obliterate you. I don't know if Crawdon obviously did not come to that game, so that's basically why that happened. And Spectre did not lead, and this team has like almost no priority besides Crawdon and like Excelgor with Shuriken. So I don't know. She's doing all right though. Right, yeah. Which leaves us in first place. It's not even close. Borussia Dortmund Large just going absolutely ape shit. Hey, want to see something cool? You thought like Comfy was impressive? Look at this 5-0 Gastrodon. Are you kidding me? 6-1 Nihilego? Like, what is happening? Dude's like a Zygarde and 1-1. Volk has touched the field. Skarm 3-0 all hazards kills. Like he's just going ham with hazards and just like obliterating with Gastro and Nile, which is just like bizarre, but it's working so well. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's building, if it's the team. I mean, he moved up 3 spots. He was in 4th, so like he definitely had a top team. But yeah, it's like 5-0, 5-0, 4-0. He's just steamrolling right now. Nothing doesn't look like he's getting stopped anytime soon. He does have Milwaukee Metachamps and Chicago Strength Sap, 2 of the higher like PR teams who aren't performing particularly well. They're both 1-2. So if he can continue like it's really rough for them. He's 3-0 doing amazing, and then battling these 2 teams who are 1-2 struggling, not the start they wanted. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he can continue it with his dumb bulk. But it's like crazy because like Gastro was like Oko and shit. I don't know. But a very good showing from Lars to start the season, and we'll see if we can continue it. So back to the standings. We'll go over. Sorry guys at the bottom. We're just gonna stop here, and then I'll post my little like table that has like team, coach name, record, and then change. I won't put my notes on there because my notes are completely useless, and that'll be the only editing I do. So thanks for watching this. I will update this hopefully week 5 after 2 more games. So we'll see if my dog stopped like itching his collar. So we'll see if people are able to make comebacks, continue their continue dominance, do all that stuff. We'll see if there's helpful trades or controversy. I don't know. I'm bored. Thanks for watching this, and whatever. I don't care. 53 minutes? No, it's so long. All right, bye.